and winner of Game 4. Got my note-taking. See what maps we get.
All right, RJF banned Ruby.
Time for me to... Sure. All right, so EU, NA, EU. It's another good thing to know.
Yes. Yep. So it should be on EU now instead of NA.
Right. But I'll change that as soon as we know the maps as well.
Okay. Yep.
Besides, well, I guess I can change that one next. No matter what, it's going to be Euro first drop. All right.
ME really thinking over which map to ban. And they ban mining.
Mining.
All right. Yeah, I mean, RJF would have played mining many, many times in comp before.
Right.
All right. RJF picked Torm for drop 1.
Which we're already on that one, so that makes that part easy. Done.
Yep, perfect.
Well, now it's just whether or not I got to swap sides.
ME thinking long and hard about, do they want Canyon? Do they want Grim?
Oh, there you go. Grim.
They take Grim, and Canyon will be drop 3 if we get to it.
Which, how today has gone, would not surprise me to see 3 drops once again. All right, I'll be doing a swap for the first drop.
Yep. Wait.
Right.
No, a winner of Game 4, which is ME, picked
ME.
side 1, so that's perfect.
Yep, never mind.
I mean, it just worked so well a few minutes ago. Why not just let it ride?
Right.
Although also, presumably, RJF watched exactly what you did, so...
That's true.
Hopefully you're either just really confident, ME, in what you did, or you've got something else to throw at them. Just waiting on that ban.
Oh, waiting on the side,
the side pick, sorry, yeah.
picks, yeah. Oh, and can someone take care of that title for me, please? While I'm thinking about it, I just saw it was like, oh yeah, I've got to get the title swapped.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Live. Oh, he said it's done.
Oh.
All right, well, I'll take his word for it.
Yep,
I don't know.
I see it now. Yep, it is done. GG. All right, still waiting for them to choose. I'm not sure if see that part, or the website's having an issue again.
Well, I don't know. I'll check in with them.
Typed it in game, but
Oh, they picked it.
Yep,
There we
they
go.
got it.
All right.
All right, so then this is backwards on my side, looking at things. So is that a swap or no swap? No swap.
There will be a swap. So RJF
Yeah.
will be team 2
Two.
first, and then team 1. And I wish it would tell me who was picking. Who was picking the last side?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing showing yet for any sides pick.
Yeah, that would be a nice improvement if it gave a message in the log file of who was chosen to pick, because it's random.
Well, if you have to take over the spot where it says decider and then say the team, and then which side they picked. Maybe. There we go.
Okay.
It doesn't say who it is.
Yeah, but Emmy picked team 2 for Canyon, so there will be only one side change.
Swap. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put team 1 on the clock.
Okay. I gotta do a swap for the first. No swap for the first drop. Never mind. Sorry. Swap second drop only.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always bring that up though, because if there's a mistake, better to catch it early, stop the clock, redo it, switch them. It's all good.
Has happened.
Yeah. Goal is for nothing like that to happen in Worlds.
True.
But yes. Now they're asking for switch sides. Did you get it wrong? Wait a second. But now the teams are calling it. Right. Yes. It's an interesting format. Yeah, I'm not sure what the confusion is. Let me just check in.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's all good. There may have been a misunderstanding from a team on what their selections meant. I don't know, but it looks like people used the right links and everything, and it's all good. So
Okay.
Should be fine. And I'm looking at the logs again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think where some people are getting a little confused is when you're bringing in a back-to-back match where you're bringing in the winner of a previous match and then they fill in that winner of slot. That may have been where some of the confusion was happening with them.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the way that it shows up for you is kind of weird back from when I used it actually years ago. But it's just kind of have to understand what your selections are meaning and all of that. And yeah, the biggest issue for me was just remembering the exact order, and I always had to write it down. But it was like eventually clear if you just like thought it through.
Right.
So yeah, hopefully they're all good and ready for what's coming.
And of course, like this is the first time I've ever even done anything with map banning, because of course we didn't. I've never been on a team that had to worry about doing this stuff, and I've never been in a competition where we used it. So it's a whole new process for me.
Yep.
David, don't forget to switch scenes. Ready? Here you go. Lobby. And then during that countdown, I'll switch to match.
All right, ME are all green.
Good.
Hopefully they're going to be ready to lock soon.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Or I said it also depends. Did they base it off the timer when you said they're starting? Oh, there you go.
No, they're locked anyway.
Let's see how quickly RJF gets themselves set up and green and getting our last matches going.
Yep. Yeah, and I wish I knew what Lance's ME dropped in last time. I don't remember them being at 470 though, so there might be some changes this drop from that last one.
Grill Squad. Did they swap someone or grill with somebody? Or did I just not remember calling out Grill Squad?
I think they swapped them in.
No.
Yeah, I mean they're on the roster. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody had to go. It's, yeah, maybe they were only available for the first match. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or they have a secret counter to RJF of some sort. No idea.
Maybe they went up again during stage 1. Went up against them. Was like, okay, we need to do this against these guys if we happen to get them.
Yeah, RJF are another team I never saw in queue, I think, because their time zone, they were just dropping much earlier on queue days than I was.
Which makes sense, yeah. They're locked.
All right, and RJF are locked. Let's go.
And we're dropping.
We're no longer on the map ban page, right?
No, we're not.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's the joys of the delay.
Yeah, no, I saw somebody say, are we missing something? And it's like, well, that was probably just during that long period where we're waiting.
We were chatting a little bit, and then I switched it over.
That's what I figured, but always good to check as the match is starting.
Yeah, yes. All right, and we're doing the countdown. I'm about to hit my match button, so just for Naveed. There you go. All right, I'm in Gaheem's mech, and he is in a Hellfire with large pulse lasers, heavy smalls. Carbon Fire in the Warhammer 2C with Gauss and ER large. DeJagus in the Hatamoto and the light PVC and UAC 2s. Tommy Gill with the Phoenix Hawk, small lasers and a couple snub nose. Grill Squad and the Viper, light machine guns and ER mediums. Dozer in the Commando with ER smalls and SRM4s. Gorman Gunder in the Marauder 2C with ER larges. and tuck it in the Black Lantern with small pulse lasers and ER micros. And I'm going to get in the air.
All right, so for RJF, we've got Pelmashek in the Flea 17, a small laser, 6 SPLs, 8 SPL Firestarter 9A from Dubix. Ivazovsky's got a Mad Cat 2-1, 2 Gauss, 4 ER large. Volkodav has a 6 ER Mead, 3 LPL Mad 2C. Arnatheus has a Timber S with 6 ER Meads, 2 LPLs. Noble Rat, Hellbringer F with 4 ER Meads, 2 heavy larges. Solove has a 4 LPL Ambush. That's a Sun Spider. And then RJF Daniel has a 5 SPL 6 ER Micro Viper C. And so far, RJF have 1 cap, and ME is about to get 2. They've got Dozer out there running caps. We'll see if he lasts longer on this drop than the last one. Looks like RJF being very aggressive, moving up toward ME. So it's going to definitely be a very different match than the last one we saw.
Strike down in front of RJF.
Yeah, but it's an RD, so it probably won't really get them too much with where it's placed. Yeah, this looks like kind of an aggressive clan vomit push right here. And they're pushing the bigs down through that low ground behind Castle, and then they've got RJF Daniel and Pelmashek moving through that uppermost portion of the map, maybe looking to take Epsi. And I don't think they quite have the range to deal with Jormungandr. I think that might be a little bit of a problem for RJF right now. He's out at like 1150 from where they are right now.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so I mean, the Clan Vomit is great, but it's not going to compete too well with that ER large boat. At least not from this angle. And RJF have kind of stalled. Looks like they're maybe waiting for their light pack to get in. But they're not going for the ER large boat. They're going for Jagegus, who is almost halved.
And
CT open. Jagegus goes down, so that's the first kill, and now they're on Carbon Fire. RJF have often had this like aggressive Wolfpack play that we're seeing right now.
Oh,
Pelmashek legged, so he's basically done. Somehow he's still alive. Getting damage in and finally goes down. And now RJF Daniel and Dubix are...
No! Dubix taking out RJF Daniel.
Yeah, I hate to see that strike team kill.
Yeah.
Tekadin is pushing Dubix, so that's going to be the next fight up. The Vomit mechs from RJF have pushed up. They're trying to pick off... Carbon Fire goes down. Now they're focusing on Grill Squad. He's CT like one shot. Grill Squad goes down. Dubix trying to fight off Tekadin. Tekadin is halved. Dubix goes down. Tekadin is one shot. Just needs to be scraped in the CT. And him and Gil are coming up behind Volkodav, but Volkodav gets Gil. Volkodav is halved.
Kappa just got taken.
Yeah, ME have played the cap game really well on this. It's going to be interesting if they're able to maintain that cap lead. They probably can, because there's not a lot of speed left on the field for RJF. So they finally got the ER large boat down, but you know, their Sun Spider just got halved, I believe. They killed the Hellfire. Sun Spider blows up, got Christ. So they have a Hellbringer, a Mad 2C, and that's it. And they're facing, what is it, a 5 cap?
Right now, 5 cap, yep.
My scoreboard disappeared, so... Yeah, so I think this should go for ME. You know, Dozer should just be doing what he's doing, which is setting up to full cap as many of the caps as he can, stay alive, don't get killed, and that should be a win.
Those are just kind of running around.
Yep, now he's going to book it. The Hellbringer can take Theta if he wants. I don't think it even really matters. Do you have the scoreboard? What's the cap?
626, 142.
Yeah, I mean, even with
630, there's no way they're going to be able to get it back.
even with the 3 cap, this is just, it's over. So yeah, really smart to have that commando out there, and to try and slow down RJF. They had the ER large boat kind of making them pay for turning that corner, making them think twice about it. I am curious how much damage Jormungandr got this time, because it did seem like he had a lot of opportunities to shoot them moving up, even though this match was probably shorter than that last one.
It was. But still, he can dish out the numbers.
Yep.
There we go.
And there it is, official. Emmy wins drop 1. All right, so let's see for ME. Dozer, no damage, but still an MVP of the match with a minute 18 cap time.
Nice.
749 from Jormungandr and 3 kills, 610 from Yahim, 513 from Call Me Gil, and then, around 150 to 350 from the rest. Gil also got a kill. And then from the RJF side, Solove got 702 and 2 kills, 600 from Arnetheos, 591 from Noble Rat and 3 kills, and then a kill for Volkadav and a kill for Pelmashek. So they were putting up damage and everything. It just didn't happen fast enough, didn't have the caps. And, sometimes that's just what happens.
Right. All right, so we got a side swap that needs to happen.
Yep.
And a region change. We're going to North America. We're going over to Grim Plexus. Alrighty. Here we go. Side swap happening. Looks good. All right.
Yep.
There's a few good spots for Jormungandr to get his long range on this map, of course.
Yep. And Carbon Fire likes to do that too. We've seen him in the ER large Goss Warhammer 2C quite a bit today. So we'll see if he brings it again. I think he brought that against who were they playing?
228.
228X, yeah. This many matches deep, my mind's starting to turn into mush.
I had to look on Discord. Okay, which one was that one? Yeah, right, folks. This is our 5th matchup today, so yeah.
Yep. So couple games behind us.
Just a little bit. So, definitely thank you to Jarl and Caro are taking the matches this evening.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have to remember to call out the timings again when we're closing this out.
Yes.
Might be a while, though.
True. Go take a nap, go get some lunch, watch a movie. It's about 4 hours from now is the...
yes, that's the first one.
Yeah,
4 hours from now.
Yep, CSPS versus DPS.
I guess for our viewers, it's going to be 3 hours and 55 minutes from now, but you'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I think RJF could try something similar on Grim. I think you can do a aggressive laser vomit push or something like that on here. It could face the same kind of result. I do think Emmy was doing. They were having that cap bot, if I'm remembering correctly, on Grim as well. Um, but maybe they'll bring something else. I do, from playing them and just watching them over about the last 3 years, I do feel like they usually tend towards more aggressive strats and like a very aggressive wolf pack.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if, however they choose to do it, it's going to pressure Emmy like it did last match. All right, they're all green, so hopefully they're going to lock. Yes, they have locked.
Oh, awesome. And we're actually way ahead of the game too, for as far as the schedule times for casting. So that was.
Yeah, I think it's moving along pretty well. We haven't really had any teams taking too long for readying up or anything like that. I think the only issue, people aren't familiar with the map ban, so that's been a little bit rocky. But it's all good.
Well, of all the other 4 competitions we did this year, this is the only time the map ban gets added in, because we had ISC, we had more, we had TOS. I know there was another one in there that I didn't cast for. I had work stuff happening. So,
yeah, usually it's not needed. Maps are already set in advance, but it does add this nice little metagame for CS of like what you want to play. Of course, once you get to I forget which stage it is, I'd have to look, but at a certain point we switch over to best of 5, and so
the finals,
then you have to be ready for everything.
Yep. Yeah. Stay says, where is it? Right here. Gotta find it.
Yeah, I just haven't. Yeah.
Yeah, stage 2 finals is. Oh no, we know it's best of 5. Oh, that's the dates for it right there.
It's rounds 3, 4, and 5 of the winners bracket, and 2, 3, 4, 5 of the losers bracket. Which I'd have to look at the bracket again to confirm.
There's a lot to the worlds, folks. Yeah, when you add in the double elimination, it adds a little more to keeping track of everything. But again, it's nice to know. Okay, yeah, sure, we may, if you're on a team, we may have lost the first one, but moving into the second one, hey, you can always get a nice little comeback. Team 2 is all green, just waiting for the lock call.
All right, and they're good to go.
All right, dropping. Bowser, my man with the 0 bomb cap win.
Yeah, I mean, players get put in that role sometimes, and sometimes it's crucial and it helps lead to the win. It's not always the most fun job to do, to just run in between squares, but yeah, it's important.
When it comes down to whether it's a win or a loss, it made that much of a difference.
Yeah, and I think at this level, what you want is, if possible, you want to have a plan to win on kills, and then you want to also control the caps so that if the fight doesn't go well, you kind of have a plan B ready to go, which worked out great for Emmy in that prior matchup. Yeah.
All right, I'm an Ava's mech. And let's see what we got here. We've got a Stalker with a bunch of ER large. RJF Daniels, Spider with a single snub nose. Palmashek and a Viper Medusa with a bunch of heavy machine guns. Dubix in the Fire Starter with small pulse lasers. RJF Volkadev in the Mad Cat 2, Mark II with Goss and ER Large. Noble Rat in the Hellbringer with ER Mediums and some ER or Heavy Large. Solove in the Black Lantern with small pulse lasers and ER Micros. And then Arnithus in the Timberwolf with ER Mediums and some large pulse.
All right, and I've got for Emmy Dozer in the Cap Mando again, Tekadin in the 6 SPL, 5 ER Micro Black Lantern, Call Me Gil in a 5 Small Laser, 2 Snub Nose Phoenix Hawk, and it looks like they're stacking up to ambush him at Kappa. Get him in a Hellfire 2 with 2 LPLs, 4 Heavy Smalls, and then Dubious in a Viper with 4 ER Meads and 8 LMGs. And yeah, they're going to try and scare off RJF Daniel, and they do, so I'll go over to the bigs. I don't think that's gonna really turn into much.
Yeah, Daniel's through UAV, so he knows what's going on. They know what's going on over there.
All right, so we got Carbon Fire in his Maul, 2 Gauss, 2 ER Large, Jormungandr in the 6 ER Large, Mad 2C, and then Dejagus in the Hatamoto or Ham Tomato.
We've got Dozer in the Commando and Sullivan in the Black Lantern up here.
Oh, yep. Cap Mando's got to run. One of his legs is pretty shot up for this early in the match, but he's still got some armor. And his friends from Hamburger Hill are making sure that he can't get chased anymore.
That could have been bad.
Yeah. But, you know, it's still pretty good for Emmy at this point. You know, they are up on cap points and equal on caps and about to get a 3 cap. And Theta will be very hard for RJF to take.
They've got good Overwatch for that.
Yeah. Jormungandr and Dejagus have taken some damage so far. It doesn't look like anything too critical. But RJF seem to be winning trades so far. And Dozer might be thinking about getting back into Gamma. Which seems like it would be a risky move. Dubix, I think, is on to him and is going to discourage him from that. But on the other side, RJF are actually going to go grab Sigma. Doesn't look like anything will stop RJF Daniel from doing that, and that's going to turn the cap game around. And it's early enough that can be a rough situation for Emmy, I think. Although they might be bringing their Wolfpack up here to either take Gamma or try and roll into the left side of RJF's mechs. Not much trading going on right now either.
Yeah, it kind of
looks like Emmy is maybe kind of repositioning a bit. Jormungandr taking a lot of damage, down to 68%. Lost an arm, but nothing in the arm.
Yeah,
except like probably DHS.
Dozer is going for that. He's going for that Gamma cap.
Oh yeah, the ME Wolfpack is coming in and pushing hard. Yep. Looks like they're focusing on Iva so far. They're just kind of pressing RJF back at this point, and there's going to be a fight on Gamma. Dubix and Dozer. Dubix is just waiting, just knows it's going to happen. And here he comes.
There you go. Yep.
And Dozer is almost legged.
Oh yeah, his left leg's not looking good. Oh, there you go. Yep. Dubix took it out. That's it for Dozer.
In the main fight, Emmy is pressing up near the buildings by Theta. So it looks like they may be trying to close in on these long-range traders here. And they are going to have to do something at this point because they're going to fall behind caps soon, and they've lost their cap bot. Although they have sent Gil out to cap Sigma. Palmashek got a UAV up above ME, so they know what's going on. RJF knows where ME is, where all those mechs are coming through. and it looks like they're going to take this fight. ME is going to push up towards Epsi to try and take that, but they just keep getting hit by these long-range mechs. And they don't have that much of their own shooting back right now because of where everybody is from the looks of it.
Yeah, Gam started to head up the hill and then got tagged, so he backed out.
Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good for RJF so far. They can deny Epsi. They've got the caps. They're ahead on points. They might even be able to take Theta right now if they wanted to. I don't think that's worth it, but...
Oh, they got one going in. There you go, RJF Daniel.
Yep. Well, yeah, he's back from Kappa. That actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Quick turn around, sliver cap it, and get out of there.
I think RJF want to start backpedaling their laser vomiter, like their traders here. They get down Jormungandr and that Mad 2C. Noble Rat goes down. Arnetheos and Iva are probably going to go down pretty quick here. So if ME can do this move really quickly, they can possibly turn this around. Carbon Fire goes down. Arnetheos, Volkadav both go down. The Jagus goes down, Iva goes down. Gahim should go down any second now. He's so shot up. And these RJF Wolfpack mechs are quite fresh.
Yeah, 90, 92, 89.
Dubious is legged, so that's one more mech that's going to be pinned for ME. Dubious goes down.
And Gam is next.
Him, yeah, he's got to go down.
There goes.
All right, he's finally dead. Took a little bit. And now it's just Gil. And he's legged, so that'll be it.
So again, what, 3 out of 5 today? We are going on to the 3rd map.
We are. So we are going to Canyon. And we just have to switch to EU, but no side switch.
No side swap. Yep. All right, getting the ID here. Publish ID.
All right, so for damages, Iva was 667 out of that Stalker, 553 from Volkadav. The rest of the RJF mechs, pretty good damage for the most part. 1 kill from RJF Daniel, 1 from Dubix, 3 each from Pelmashek and Solovi. And yeah, Daniel put in a lot of cap work, as did Pelmashek, to help ensure that they had that win. For ME, looking like Gahim did quite a bit, 410. Just in general, their damages are lower. Dozer obviously got picked relatively early. Dejagus got a kill. Gil got 2. Gahim got 1.
All right, so we're going to switch back over to the EU region. Drop it on Canyon. We're good. Yeah, taking out their cap runner early on, I think it made a big difference.
Yep. And I could see this map being well suited to what RJF typically likes to do. You know, we've seen them be pretty aggressive with their Wolfpack so far today. And I think I would expect probably ME wouldn't have a dedicated cap mech in the same way, but we will see. Just Canyon being a smaller map, it's not as important to have such a singularly focused cap mech. You still obviously want to account for caps, but you know, not usually a commando. Also, JJs are huge for mobility on this map, so that alone can make you want to think twice about that mech choice. But yeah, we'll see what they do.
Right. Not seeing any of the tonnage swapping around or moving lances. So just curious about what their plan they're trying to, how much planning they're trying to figure out now or make changes.
Well, yeah, sometimes, like if you do have a few set ideas of what you want to do, you might be talking about which plan you want to go for. Especially, I feel like last drop of a set, often there's a little bit more of that in my experience, a little bit more of like, what do we think is going to be most successful? Um, but teams do things differently. Some teams do things even more on the fly, even. I don't actually know how RJF tends to make their plans and figure out what they want to do.
Well, after you do 2 drops with against a team, and you're like, okay, this is what they've done so far, and then you try to predict what you think they're going to do for the final drop.
Yeah, and on Canyon, I think Emmy was doing like mid-range DACA to some extent, plus the Wolfpack, if I'm remembering
Right.
correctly. It's all starting to flow together a little bit, though, so I
Yeah.
could be wrong on who I'm remembering bringing what.
Well, let's see. How many matches or how many different maps we've been on today so far?
I think we've seen all of the maps, thankfully, so that's
Yeah.
good. Because, like, for my CompQ experience this year, we were most comfortable on mining, so we played like 90% mining, and then most of the rest of it was Canyon. And I think we had like 3 drops on Torm, and maybe one on some other map. Maybe one or two on Ruby.
Yeah, I think one of the ones
So
we
that's
felt
the
most
thing
comfortable
about
on.
like the comp queue. Sometimes it's just like the same things keep coming up. You don't get that variety that you get in these drops.
Yeah. Yeah, I think majority of the ones if it popped up, we would always go for mining.
I mean, I love mining, so I didn't
we
really
felt
have a
comfortable on
problem
it.
with that.
Yeah. No, we felt most comfortable on that one.
Yeah. It's a fun map too. I really enjoy it. Looks like RJF may be almost ready.
Maybe.
They're all green,
Yeah.
which is good.
And boom, with
Okay, excellent.
40 seconds to spare.
Oh, I had less on my timer, but that's okay.
That's funny.
I mean, yeah. As I said, if a team will have to bring it up, especially at this stage in the tournament.
Very rarely have I ever had it go beyond the 5 or anyone to say anything.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah.
I think there was one cast where we did go over, but there was a disconnect, and the other team or team 2 was like, "No, it's fine. Wait for him to come back." So we went over the 5 minutes, but yeah, and someone else was like trying to deal with other issues. And life happens, folks. We get that. We're people too.
Yeah, I think generally people want matches to be played. So
Right.
yeah, I can see situations where we might need to be more strict, but so far everybody's been getting in under the time and everything, so no worries.
They're all green.
Excellent. They are locked.
And we're launching. All right, final match, or the final drop for us for today. And yeah, one of the longest comp casts I think I've ever done.
Yep. And so the winner of this match will go up against JGX in the next round. And the team that loses will go, let's see. Oh, they'll go into match where we haven't actually sorted out who's going there, I think. Or no,
Yeah.
they'll go into yeah, exactly.
All right, 10-second timer countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right, I'm in Dubix's mech. Let's see what they're bringing in for this last drop here.
Reactor
Dubix in the fire starter with small pulse lasers. Palmashek in the Hellbringer with ER mediums and large pulse lasers. Ava in the Stalker with ER large. Noble Rat in the Timberwolf with ER mediums and large pulse lasers. RJF Volkanov in the Kodiak 3 with AC-10s. RJF Daniel in the Mislinks with machine guns and ER smalls. Solove in the Viper 7C. Viper C with small pulse lasers. And Arnithus in the Vapor Eagle with triple ERPC.
Dozer in the high there with 4 smalls, 2 sixes, taking a lot of damage and still staying on cap or Theta. I don't think that's the best plan. He does cap it though. Gil in the 5 small, 2 snub, Phoenix Hawk. Dejagus in that Hatamoto 27W with 3 UAC 2s, 2 light peeps. Him Hunchback 2C with 3 UAC 5s. Dubious in a Viper with 8 HMGs, 1 ER micro, 4 micro pulses. Jormungandr in a Mad 2CA with 3 UAC 5s, 2 ER meads, 2 LPLs. Carbon Fire in his Gauss ER large Maul. And I think that's everybody. Oh, Tekadin, I missed, in the UAC 10 Summoner. And so far, Emmy have the 3 cap, which is a good start for them. Moving has a fairly solid unit so far, and looks like RJF is kind of spreading out on the southeastern ridgeline with their traders.
And for those in chat, when you do finally hear this, yes, for some reason my mic volume went back down again. I don't know why, but yes, I have fixed it. So you should be hearing me again here shortly.
Both teams kind of jockeying for position, trying to figure out what they want to do, what the other team is doing. Seem both fairly content to sit back for the moment. Does look like RJF is trying to figure out, can they take Sigma? They've got RJF Daniel and Dubix in kind of the eastern side of the map thinking about that, but they were driven off by maybe Dozer and I don't know who else shot towards them. Got Tekadin setting up right under Theta to try and trade to that ridgeline, closing the distance a bit. I think for RJF, some of their mechs are closer than they need to be. At least the Stalker is fairly close. It could also be in, like, I think it's Echo 5, kind of further back, but seems to be doing all right so far. Well, I say that and then he takes it from Carbon Fire and
Right.
from the Summoner. And now all of RJF is kind of balled up around that Epsi corner. Again, thinking about what they want to do, how they want to approach this problem. Emmy pretty content to sit on caps, even looking to take Gamma, I think. Although it's Jormungandr over there, so he's not going to drop in the ditch to take Gamma. He's going to stay up. But if he knows there's nobody over there, you know, he might.
He might, but
I think for somebody to go take Gamma.
Ooh, he came around that corner. They lit him up. I think Volkanov was just waiting for him to pop around the edge of that hillside.
Yeah, percentages looking relatively even so far. Maybe, I can't really say if anybody's ahead. Maybe RJF, although Ivazovsky's really taken a lot of damage. He's halved, actually.
Yep, just saw parts drop off.
Yeah, that's really going to hurt his heat management and firepower, obviously.
All right, we are getting the little push over here at Sigma.
And Volkadav is getting lit up pretty hard.
All right, you go with 3-on-3.
Oh yes.
Is Emmy
The
gonna keep
RJF
pushing
lights are
on it,
much
or?
fresher. I feel like Emmy should not take this fight. I think they will likely lose it if they take just a brawl here. Especially Noble Rat and Pelmashek are coming to
Oh,
back them up a bit.
Dozer just lost something.
Leg.
Your leg? Yep.
Dozer's legged. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
not good.
Noble Rat just lit up Dubious. Dozer should go down pretty quick.
There's Dozer
Dozer
down.
goes down. They do have Tekadin and Gahim and Gil to provide some Overwatch here, but I don't think it's going to be enough against this push. I think this push is likely going to decide this match. Tekadin is really shot up, down one of the UAC 10s and halved. Gil, I think, just got legged. Yep, Gil is legged and not long for this world.
Checking and backing up, trying to preserve some armor.
Okay, Gil goes down, Him goes down. I think RJF can kind of get a roll going here. This is looking really good for them. They just legged Dubious.
Yeah, looking at the overall health for Emmy, their mechs are all really hurt.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to pull this back.
Ava's holding on by a thread at 25 or 23% now.
Carbon going to try and get the kill on him, but not yet.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, the Jagus finishes off Iva. Carbon Fire goes down. That's going to be it. Jormungandr still alive, still getting out damage, but it's just not going to be enough. And CT open, one shot. And he goes down. So RJF take it. Assuming they can cap quick enough, which they can. You know,
plenty of time.
So much time. But yeah, that north side push by Sigma, good call out there. That was definitely match deciding. And they did a good job of kind of seeing the matchup was in their favor and following through with it.
All right.
All right, damage for RJF, 692 from Volkadav and a kill, 616 from Noble Rat and 3 kills, 500 from Arnetheos and a kill. Rest of them, you know, between 170 and 400. Decent spread there. A kill for Pelmashek, 2 for Solove. And then for ME, 516 from Jormungandr. He tends to be one of their damage dealers. 490 from Tekadin. You know, 100 to 400 from the rest. Just not really enough damage coming out from ME. But Carbon Fire and Dejagus got the kills. So RJF will move forward to play JGX, a matchup that has occurred many times. And Emmy will drop down into the losers bracket, and they will play a team to be determined later. And I think, let's see, they will play the loser of CSPS versus DPS.
Nice. Alrighty, folks. So again, your next match that will be cast live, 5-minute delay. Your next match will be cast in about 3 hours and 29 minutes. Fine, we'll get exact. That is the CSPS versus DPS match, and then the winner of that match will go up against 5 JDX, 5th Jaguar Dragoons. Yeah, it's been a long day. So
yeah, and they'll kick that off as soon as that first match ends, and it's going to be streamed here. So just come on back, and it'll be casted by Jarl Dane and Taro Gato.
There you go. And yes, I will make more adjustments